43 degrees and low tire pressure as a result. That's pretty low. Well, good morning. It should be a sunny yet cold day here.
Until about, 4 o'clock when it's supposed to be 40 degrees warmer.
Yeah, that's in Kalispell, which we are going to swing through there. We just have a quick... There we are. We just have a quick package to pick up, and then we'll be heading south, probably make it to Missoula today. Mm-hmm. So we'll be putting on some miles here. There we go. In and out, easy peasy. Wow, if only it was that easy to back in, huh? It's not hard to back in. The only hard part about backing in to me, other than like don't hit stuff, it's really like getting it perfectly. When the truck is at an angle, you got to get everything like perfectly aligned. And I mean, it's not difficult, but it's sort of tedious. So, there's that. Yesterday we did some exploring around here. There are a lot of sites that you can camp for free if you so choose. All around the national forest, really not too far out.
No, which is really nice because it provides a good alternative if you don't want to pay for a campground or a campsite, like an arm and a leg, and because the national parks fills up so fast. Yeah,
if there's nothing available. Yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna head on down the mountain. See if we can find a tire inflator. Might as well do all 8 tires. And Costco has them for free. Often is what we've seen, so maybe we'll hit that up and we'll see, but let's go. Few hours back, went ahead and filled up our tires at Costco, and we are now doing it again at Lowe's because after these have a cold PSI rating, I should say, of 80. I didn't realize that until we were already done and we were taking up some room there. So we're like, look, whatever, I think we hit like 68 on each, but I want to get them to at least 70 so we have a little bit of room to expand. And the nice thing is some of these aren't very fast, but it updates a little quicker than mini, so I'm gonna drop that, give it like 3 seconds of free air, and that should bring us to 70. So we're about equal on all of them. They don't have to be perfect, but that's where I like to have them because it's a comfortable ride. 10 more PSI, it won't hurt, but that should be good. The moral of the story though, free air at Lowe's oftentimes.
And Costco, if you remember.
Yeah, Costco's parking lot, not the same as this though.
No.
But today has been pretty productive though.
Yeah.
Getting some work done, and it's a beautiful day.
It really is.
The truck says it's only 60 out. That can't be right.
Not a chance. It's only 60 out right now.
And then we're here in Kalispell. We should be able to make it all the way to
Missoula. Not Missouri.
If we can make it to Missouri. So yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape. Before we take off here, we are going to run over to Petco, make sure the dogs have their food, and then we have to stop at the UPS store, and then we're off. So we're gonna actually put a little more on than like 40 miles a day.
Yeah.
But I think that's just fine. We've also just great weather.
Yeah.
This whole, what are we doing? It's so good.
Yeah, and the best thing about this is if we don't like the weather, we can leave.
You just move. You don't like your neighbor, don't like the weather, you don't like the sights, you just skedaddle. It's great.
It's hard not to like the sights though.
Dude, oh my God, jeez. Even the cities out here are prettier than most. it for the evening here at Brett's RV and Marine in Missoula, Montana. It's been a little bit since our last clip, and so we refilled with propane, and actually there's a story with that. And we picked this spot here. Now we could have hookups, including water.
Yeah.
Power and water, 30 amp right over here, but we don't want to unhook. We're just being a little lazy.
Well, we're leaving first thing in the morning, so it doesn't make sense to pull and unhook and then have to rehook up like in like 12 hours.
And we're 100%.
Yeah.
We also went and walked there a lot, and that was kind of interesting. Actually, they have an Oliver travel trailer, and I gotta say, I'm not impressed.
I wouldn't pick it.
Not for us.
No.
Not for us. I mean, you can tell it's high quality, but it's not for us.
No.
Speaking of high quality, actually, this is the first time in the wild I've actually seen a living vehicle. They're priced up there. They are up there.
Ow.
But they're really cool. I mean, they're basically a converted cargo trailer. They have like 4 or 5 options. So like if price is no option, they'll go up past, was it 650 was the highest, 650,000 bucks. Cool rigs, but we just took a lot of those concept ideas, right? The solar, the, you know, all that. And that's kind of, we use those same principles in our rig and love it. All of these rigs are either customer drop-offs or they're going to be picked up. Like they've already been purchased, they'll be picked up, and the person might stay here for a night or two or whatever. But there is this little Starcraft. It's kind of a cute little trailer, you know, for what it is. It's stick and tin, whatever. I like the AC unit placement. Big fan. Just saying. A little obsessed. But I love how it says student driver. I don't know why that cracks me up. But, so we were getting propane earlier, and this is kind of a funny story. So Emma goes, and you have to ask for somebody, so they come out, and there's somebody that's actually dedicated to doing propane. That's how busy they are. They're like, they have to refill that big old sucker.
He said it's a 900-gallon tank that they refill at least daily.
At least daily. Twice on Fridays or something like that.
Yeah.
So they come out, and he's telling a story about how one gentleman, he had like a camper van. He goes, hey, nobody's in the trail, you know, nobody's in the van. And the guy goes, of course not. Well, as he hooks it up to go fill the propane, apparently the dude goes inside and he could hear it, like he could see the rocking, whatever it is, turns on or off like a pilot light, something to that effect. He changed something. When it ignited, there was back pressure. And so it started feeding back and it ignited the propane outside, caused, like there was like a little explosion, like you could feel the pressure, it like knocked him backwards, he said.
Yeah, luckily he said that like when him flipping whatever switch he flipped, like it didn't explode everything. Otherwise, like if there would have been one more light on or something like that, it would have totally exploded. Yeah,
or it might have been like a temporary spark or something. Yeah.
So he tells really good stories, right? He's the kind of guy that you'd like to listen to his stories. And he goes, we're walking down here, he goes, so do you see all that white stuff over there by the propane fill? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, what is that? And he goes, well, I had a guy's RV explode yesterday.
Oh,
goes, and so that's fire extinguisher residue.
Yeah.
And I was like, what happened? And so then he goes into the whole story that Joel just told. And like, man, he is lucky. He's like, I got like blown back in, like impaled on this.
Yeah, like it.
And like
smashed his chest into
this. And he's like, and then my boss didn't really even want to replaase the fire extinguisher. He's like, how much is left? He's like, are you kidding me? So that was a little interesting story.
Yeah, that one disappointing too. I know a lot of folks are really concerned with propane and such. Here's what I would say. If you have a pilot light on or something like that, of course, shut it off. We take our tanks off, so we don't worry about that with the trailer. We never have. But with onboard systems, make sure it's all off, shut the fridge off, all that. Especially the water heater and the furnace, because you won't know necessarily when those kick on if those are something you have on.
Right.
But a lot of folks will ask, like, do we use our propane, like our fridge and all that while we're underway? We use our fridge on propane because, typically I should say, because it takes a lot of power. So if it's overcast and we're not getting as much sun as we want to, we go ahead and we just leave it on propane. Never had a problem. We've done it for 10 years now. But worst case in that scenario, of course, perhaps like the pilot light goes out. Sometimes I believe it does, and we're like, oh, are we out of propane? We're not. But usually it's just fine. It stays lit. Today, for example, we still have our fridge on electric because we can save electricity by doing that. And all you got to do is just flip it over to the auto setting, and it's just fine. That's just something to know. I know people kind of question that, whether you should or you shouldn't. Our opinion is we've never had a problem. So
Yeah.
I've never heard of anybody having a problem with this. It's not that it's impossible. However, they do tell you, like, either you can't bring propane tanks in a tunnel in some cases, or you have to turn them off. Okay, not a big deal. Shut them off.
Yeah.
We'll just flip it over to electric. So there's that. The other thing is, though, they have 99-cent propane if you're part of their camper club, which is you just give them your phone number and, you know, whatever. That is actually going away, according to the website, on September 30th. So 99-cent propane.
It must just be like during camping season, because it was last summer too when we came through. So I wonder if they only do that during like the summer months when it's like people are really out camping.
Yeah, that's got to be expensive though. 99, you're losing money on that, that's for sure. But they also give you like hookups, dump station here, hookups down there, you know, at least partial. So
yeah,
it's a kind of a cool.
Every Brett's has a free dump station, like no requirements or anything to use their dump station, which is very nice.
Good, I mean, good promotional material as well.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that. It's a very nice thing, and obviously there's some cost to them to do so, but you know, whatever. I will also say, not everyone will let you walk through their lot anymore, which so frustrating. But these guys, no problem. We've walked this lot in another one of the Brett's RV's lots before, just because there's so many different rigs, and we love it. You guys know us. And these guys had no problem with that.
Yeah.
They're so cool. So anyways, I thought those were some kind of funny stories. We're not alone though. We've got at least 2 people over here sleeping for the night, and there are, I think, 4 or 5 folks over here.
Side, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, we're good where we are though.
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is it doesn't matter where we're over there or over here. And we don't need power, otherwise, you know, we could hook up. But,
right.
Yeah. Also the bugs. The black flies out here in Montana, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's like a real thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. We noticed that in Deer Lodge as well, last 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, one final thing is we've already announced our partnership with Escape, but their video went live today. And just announcing kind of our partnership, what that looks like, and a little interview with Samuel from Escape Trailers. So definitely check that out if you guys are interested. But
yeah, and to everyone new here, coming from that video, coming from Escape,
a lot of folks.
Welcome. We're glad to have you. Thank you so much for the warm reception. We're happy to be here to help anybody. Reach out to us, say hi, drop it in the comments.
So, and if you guys want to see anything, because really what we're here to do, we'll always have tutorial videos. We've made those for a long time, but some of it is just how do you live in an Escape? What does it really look like? Right. We live in ours, but you can adapt that to camping. It's really whatever. Sure. So if you guys have those kind of requests, leave a comment below, or leave a comment with where you guys are from. If nothing else, just say hi. We appreciate it always. Also, speaking of tips, I said that was the last thing. It's not. We refilled our tires because we had them. I mean, I've always set them at 65 on the trucks. All of the trucks have set them at 65. One thing you can kind of check on your own vehicle, and I didn't see this before, so don't take anything for granted, but right here, it's gonna be very hard for you guys to see, but right there, it does say 80 PSI cold. So as tires move, there's all that kinetic energy. Obviously, they warm up, they get really warm. The air, as it gets hotter, expands. When these tires are cold, they're actually rated to be at 80 PSI. That's something to know. We were running them at 65, which is totally within the safe range, according to our manual. There's a good range for that. These are Firestone Transforce All-Trans. These are rated to go up. I think it's like 90 PSI. That's okay for these. But that's something good to know, I would say. And I believe these, we have these set at 65 today, right?
I think so.
So these, as the weather's been going down, it's definitely something everybody can check. But the real impact of that, and it's not just, you can have a more firm ride, it's gonna feel a little different. It feels a little different steering to me, reinflating the tires, and actually they could probably use a few more pounds of air. But the big impact is we're noticing the fuel economy difference. It's, in our case, I think we're seeing, we were going from 13, 14 to now over 17 miles per gallon. These really weren't too low. They were maybe 4 or 5 off, but these, they were, you guys saw down at 52 this morning, that's low. And I don't think we have any leaks or anything like that. They're all consistently the same. So something to know, especially as we approach winter and such, because this morning was cold.
Yeah, it was cold.
Good tip, hopefully.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Say goodbye. Oh my, you have crumbs on your nose. Say goodbye. Okay. All right. Bye, guys.